Now, as I said, you guys better come up to the front right now. Move in here, come on. That's you, Randy.
Okay.
No, come to the front. You're safe at the front. Follow on down here. You're safe at the front, everybody. I won't ask you to flash me or nothing, but if you sit at the back, I want to see some titties. And I don't care if they're man titties. There we go. Come on down, we don't bite. Jeffro, get up here. There's nothing wrong with coming up. It is a comedy show, guys. All right. For those of you who work with me or whatever and don't know me, I am known as Redneck when I'm on this stage.
Oh, I feel sorry for those guys.
Bear with me, because I am a redneck and stuff like that. I am looking to take bids later tonight for necrophiliacs. I'm going to sell my body to somebody.
No.
Is that an offer there, Randy?
No.
I bet it goes pretty cheap.
Well, I've had a lot of fun with it. It's time somebody else has fun with it. All right? And along with it, in case there was a reason I wore this shirt tonight, just because my mother happens to be sitting in the crowd tonight. She bought this shirt. If you can see that, what's that say, Randy?
Scientific theory proven.
It says people gravitate towards me.
Oh my.
In other words, I have a gravitational pull. I turned to my mother when I finally figured out what it said, and I said, "You're saying I'm fat." She goes, "No, your fat says you're fat." Don't be afraid to laugh. This is a comedy show, everybody. And along with that, for those of you who don't really realize that I am from the next town over out of Stockport and stuff, and I realize you all probably have this group up here of swingers and stuff like that. I just found out we got it down at Stockport. So I went over there to find out what it was. I thought it was something people were going to go swinging in the swings and stuff like that. I think it's no big deal. Not actually was it that. I went in there and it was like being at a family reunion again, because there's its mom and my sister and my brother. For criminy sake, I don't want to sleep with any one of them.
Well, we don't want to sleep with you either.
So I had to get out of there real quick. I may call myself inbred, but I date outside the family. Okay, now that I picked on my family a little bit, I'll pick on some other people. I do sell feed for a living. All right, hard to believe, I do try it. And I know some of you guys know that I suck at selling feed, but I try it anyway. But anyway, the other day I was down at one of my Amish customers, and he comes running up to me, and he goes, "Hey," he goes, "I got a story for you." He goes, "The other day, my dad noticed that my brother had been walking out to the barn right after school, and about 10 minutes later he'd come into the house and throw down his books like it was nothing. And he couldn't figure out what he was doing wrong. So he goes running out to the barn a little bit before. "Carl, get over here to the front. Get off that phone. That's rude."
Oh.
Anyway, so he's waiting on him. The son comes out into the barn and stuff, and the next thing he sees, here comes a penis right through the knot hole. Next thing he says, he hears, "Here, hummy, 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 hummy." Now, in English, that means here, calf, calf, calf. And the only thing his dad did was grab the wire brush and went, "Scat, hummy, hummy, hummy." Would you do that to your son? Your dad did it to you? Your mom?
No.
You never got caught, did you? Did you get caught or not? But earlier that day, I was at another one of my Amish customers' houses, and they are somewhat different, okay? I realize everybody doesn't understand. The beard means they're married. In my case, it means my fat gut means I'm married. Well, anyway, I go up there, and he says, "You come on down when I'm done milking, and you be there." So I go on in there, and I walk on in there, and he wasn't there, so I walk into the parlor. I figured he'd be down there milking the cows and stuff like that, but he was. And I come in there, I'm just strolling around. I come right around the corner, like you two are married, and I know this. Next thing I see is his wife bent over in the hay bunk with her skirt up and him going to town on her. Having marital relations. You'll think better of me when I get done with this, or worse. And so I got a quick decision to make. Do I walk out, or do I stay and watch? So I decided, well, I better just back out of here. I trip and fall over a bucket. If you join in, I was afraid she wanted a little English cock. But I didn't know how to take care of that. But anyway, yes, I was backing up in case you didn't catch that. I am a man, and I will watch porn even if it's Amish. You know, I'd still like to find midget porn, but nobody showed me how to spell midget yet, so I don't know how to find it. Anyway, so as I fall over that, all this guy does is just turns to me, never stops doing what he's doing to her. He just goes, "I'll be done in a couple of minutes, you just wait." So I go back out the truck, I'm sitting here thinking, God, do I leave or what? I'm trying to convince myself I should leave. Pretty soon he comes out, largest feed sale I ever had in my life that day. So I think it works to let them have sex. And for you younger bucks who are always curious, they do shave their women. You know, just like we do. Because this is America and we encourage our women to be shaved. Alright, now I'll tell you a little cleaner one. Just because there's a few older guys around here, okay? They need to have a warning on them things. Fiber bars, do you know what they are, Ron?
I eat them all the time.
So you know what they do?
No,
Okay. On these fiber bars,
they don't work.
it says eat one a day no matter, okay? It helps move stuff along. Well, if you get to eating them real regular, I decided to find out one day what would happen if you ate more than one. So if I ate 2 in 60 minutes and under 60 minutes and decide to take a shower, I'll tell you right now, don't do it. Because by the time you get to your backside, things are going to happen and happen fast, and you got to make a decision real fast. Can I make it to the toilet, or do I do it here in the shower? And on that note, you got to figure out which way it went, because I'm not going to tell you.
You're disgusting.
I didn't say which way it went.
Grandpa.
Whose skin is that?
And along with that, I'm going to tell about an older one that I haven't told in a while, about my wife's job that she first had when we first got married. And yes, she is sitting there, the little fake blonde that I made redheaded. Anyway, she told me this one other time before I was going to go do some stand-up. And she said, she was like a CNA or something like that at an old folks home, you know, out here at Fairfield. And so I said, "What's that?" She said, "A glorified enema giver, lack of a better term." So I said, "Well, I don't know, what is that?" She goes, "You put a hose up there, you wash it out, but sometimes you got to go in with a finger and help dig it out, because sometimes it gets a little hard in there and it don't really come out." And she goes, "I was giving one to this older lady." She goes, "Put the hose in there." And I went in there, started digging around, and I came back out. I put it back up in there, start feeling around. I said, "That's kind of strange, it's empty," but it wasn't empty before. She goes, "So I'm going like this and going like that." Pretty soon that old lady goes, "Oh." She goes, "I had to look down, figure out what it was." She goes, "I looked down, I hit the wrong hole." The only question that entered my mind, and I asked it, I said, "Did you finish her off?" Because it was probably the best sex she'd had in a while.
Lisa.
Give me a minute. Now, there's also one, and I know the next comedian is going to come up after me. He likes this one because he told me about it. I like to play around on YouTube quite a bit. And yes, I do have a YouTube channel. Some of these guys know it. Up there, and by the way, I did find Bigfoot, so the search is over. Go on YouTube and you'll see where I found him. Well, anyway, the other day we're pounding around on there and stuff like that. And for some reason, yes, I'm in sales. I kind of got to know certain things. How they seem and collect stuff and everything. I know how they do it on bulls, so I'm clicking around in there. And they're showing dogs and different things. Pretty soon it comes up the screen. How to masturbate an elephant. And I'm like, I'm curious. Because instantly, I got to know. Because I am the total redneck. And the only thing I'm sitting there is going, oh, let me use this just a little bit. Okay. That's an elephant's dong. Okay? So I envision some guy go way up and down that thing. That's not how they do it. What they got is little pool skimmer things and two guys, and they're in the Indian country, not the doink, and they're out there collecting semen, and the camera kind of pans up, and the next thing you see is some guy just punching the crap like he threw a midget in its butthole, and that elephant's doing its job. Whoops. What did I do wrong? There we go. Okay. Now, I'm going to finish off on this one and then introduce you next comment. And I'll show you just how graphic I can be. And you got to be careful. This is a warning for all you young guys. Okay? Be real careful of what you ask your girlfriend or your newly married wife. Because if they know how to read a book, they will mess you up every time. The other day, okay, you all know what the glory hole is, I hope. Nod your head in agreement if you know what the glory hole is. I see one guy, I like it. Have you been there? Okay, but we know what we're doing. Okay. I've been married for 23 years. I have pestered my wife to try to find out what that is, or, go up the mud road or whatever some of the older guys call it. Okay? I mind you, as we're walking out of church, and yes, I do go to church. I'm not the same person off the stage that I am up here. So we go to church. We come out of church, and my wife goes, you want anal? All I can see is drop the money. Hallelujah. The heavens had opened up. God Almighty himself is going, I bless you, my son. You're going to get what you want. So all day long, I'm doing everything I can possibly think of. The wife mentions, hey, I got to do these dishes. Quick. I jump up there. I'll do the dishes because I don't want to make her mad. I don't want her out of the deal or something like that. Well, I need to do some laundry. Quick, run over and do laundry. What else you want me to do? I'll brush your hair, I'll do this or whatever. She goes, boy, you're awful nice. You really want that anal? I'm like, yes. Well, anyway, about bedtime or whatever, I'm a big wrestling fan. I'm sitting there watching some wrestling or whatever. Next thing I hear is my wife hollers, honey, are you ready? Normally, I don't move that fast because I am fat. All I could hear, I'm like a kid in a candy store. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Couldn't get there fast enough. Meanwhile, I'm doing, this is my happy dance, by the way. When you get real excited, you look stupid as heck. And I'm going to get it, I'm going to get it. So I jump on the bed, waiting for it. She comes out of the bathroom. You know what passion parties are? That's the things your girlfriend, oh, I like this one. A guy shakes his head. You know what women buy there, don't you? I found out the hard way. Because she went and got a strap-on. Moral of this story is, you have got to know what she's saying. But anyway, what she does, comes out of the bathroom and goes, there's just a few things that can stop me dead in my tracks. That's one of them. I can't talk. And the other one is if a certain guy calls up and says, calls me dad. Anyway, next thing I know, she's like, I do you, you do me. I'm like, can I really do this? No, can I do this? Can I do this? I'm like, I'm trying to talk to myself and I'm leaning on the bed, sitting there going, I don't think I can do this. I don't think. Next thing I hear is, oh, baby, you like that. Whoa, whoa, whoa. I'm going, don't talk to me. You make me feel dirty and weird. And she's like, you like that, don't you? Yes, 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 yes. Oh, do you like that? And I'm like, oh, God, shut up. This don't make me gay, does it? Nope, I'm a woman because I still have breasts and something else. Anyway, the next thing I hear is she goes, here comes the happy ending. I'm like, all right, I'm going to get something out of this. Nope. For $2 more, you can make that dildo ejaculate. Okay? And she ejaculated this fake thing all over my backside. Next thing I remember, she jumps on the bed and she goes, my turn. Meanwhile, I'm laying in the corner all curled up going, I'm still the man, I'm still the man, that's not gay, that's not gay. Needless to say, my backside is still hurting from all that. And I never did get it. But you got to remember, when they say certain things, you got to make sure, because I just take it for what they say. And on that note, I'm going to introduce our next comedian. And
What color was it?
what?
What color was it?
Hot pink. If you really want to see it, I can show it to you later.
No, that's okay.
It's hot pink, kind of poo cover.
Remember, we're not inbred.
Okay, that wouldn't be inbreeding, because that wouldn't really be me.
Too close.
I see that blonde in the back is trying to hide the fact that she's either grossed out or laughing. I can't see what you're doing. I'm a little strange, ain't I?